Well, good snowy Monday morning from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Now, we wanted to do one more scenic video before we head home. It had a really good snowfall, about 3 to 4 inches of snow fell here in Gatlinburg last night. We wanted to go up to Gatlinburg, up to the chairlift and take it up to the top of Mount Harrison, which we did years ago right after snow, and that was the best view of the national park from outside the national park I've ever seen. But we called before we went up to Ober, and they're not going to run the chairlift today. So the next best thing is the Gatlinburg SkyBridge. There are some very nice views of the national park from up there. So it's a cold, frigid day here in Gatlinburg. It pretty much is all over the east. Our son this morning is up in Washington, D.C. for the inauguration, and it's so cold they moved that indoors, so sure that was a disappointment. It is really cold, really frigid right here, and we're going to be going up to the SkyBridge and showing you some beautiful views of the snow, not only in Gatlinburg on the streets below, but in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So the only 2 times I will pay the admission to ride the SkyBridge is in the fall when the leaves are turning. We did that one year on our church couples trip. Absolutely spectacular view. And we also did it Christmas Eve snowfall, a few days after Christmas when we got to go back up, but there was still plenty of snow of 2020. And I've always wanted to go back and do another video up there because that one was pretty shaky and it would have been beautiful. So right now we're going up to the SkyBridge. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stay till tonight and give you the night view of it, but we are going to show you the scenes of Great Smoky Mountains National Park from the Gatlinburg SkyBridge. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Onto the strap.
Yeah, make sure you keep it strapped. Okay. We are on the chairlift now, heading up to the SkyBridge. The admission today was $38.95 a person. That's up about $10 since we did this in 2020. So it's gone up a little bit, but we're making a video, so that's fine. And that does give you access, I guess, to everything up there.
Everything on the mountains.
Which really, what is there besides a bridge? Unless they built something else.
They've been adding things, so we'll find out.
All right. One thing that always has scared me about these chairlifts is just that one little thing right there is holding you on.
At least when the sun's going up.
You got that one little hand right there holding on. Just think of all the possibilities there.
Well, the birds flying.
Now, if you have watched everything Auto's channel, seem like nice people, but if you'd like to avoid having to meet them the wrong way and you want to park for free, you can park along Little River Road in Gatlinburg.
Just make sure you're not blocking the trolley where it's yellow, like right
Yeah,
there.
you can. It has to be yellow on the curb for you to park there.
No, you can't park in yellow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't park.
Well, that one car is. So, or maybe they're just right at the edge of it. I don't know. But we're fixing to go up Crockett Mountain. It's 1,000 feet above the city of Gatlinburg. Elevation up there, 2,300 feet. And we want to bring you some nice views of the park. We want to see some nice views of the park. Because you can't get into the park right now.
No.
Or at least just to the visitor centers, and that's it.
All the birds flying this morning.
Imagine that.
There's just a lot of them. There's a bunch of robins and indigo.
Yeah, I came to the conclusion when we were hiking in the snow yesterday that cardinals are jerks.
I said he was playing a game.
There was one, I think he was. He would land on something snowy and it was just such a pretty backdrop, and he'd wait till the minute I got the camera out and he'd fly across the creek and land on something else.
And look at you like, haha.
And he would. He'd sit back and look at me. And then if I try to get another angle of him, he'd fly away again. Okay, this thing's rocking a little bit. So right here, apparently they get a lot of direct sunlight because the snow is already relinquishing a little bit right here, and the temperature, I doubt the temperature is 15 degrees.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
I'm wearing fleece lined jeans and my legs are still a little cold.
Yeah, tops of mine are.
But yeah, just look at that chairlift, man. Just think if that one little thing was to break. At least right here, this is not, I don't want to do it. This is not as far of a fall as
And that's why I keep watching
some
the
I've
ground,
seen.
thinking, okay, we're not that high, but we would roll backwards for a while.
Yeah, I still don't know if you'd survive that. Possibly. Depending on if you hit a rock or a stump, or there's plenty of rocks coming up. Yeah, we did a video here right after we first started YouTube, and actually it was one of our first videos, and it was beautiful. I mean, the scenery was beautiful. We came up in the evening when it was still light and stayed until dark.
Yeah.
And the whole town was lit up. We're not going to be able to do that this time. But the video, we just didn't know what we were doing, to be honest with you. And
We're still learning.
yeah, the video was very shaky and not good, and here's a chance to make another one. I've always loved snow on the branches of evergreens. That's just one of the prettiest things in the world.
And it's so thick.
It ranks right up there with river scenes in the snow. And as y'all know, very few things rank with river scenes to me. I'm very glad it worked out. We could stay an extra night.
Me too.
I'll be honest with you, it was supposed to start snowing yesterday morning and getting bad. That's one of the reasons actually that we decided to stay, because we didn't want to be stuck on the way home out in it. And it didn't really hit until yesterday evening, almost before dark.
When it actually
And all day long I was sitting there saying, I can't believe we threw $71 more dollars away.
It snowed lightly.
Yeah,
it was like it was just, it's
Yeah.
pretty. It was blowing around.
To be honest with you, I was kind of not a happy person to be around yesterday afternoon until, well, once we got the hike, I started feeling good.
Yeah.
And then when we got back into town and saw that, okay, it is going to snow, then I became very...
And then we walked through town enjoying the heavy snowfall.
Yes.
And then got back to the room and it was still snowing.
Yeah, it ended up about 3 or 4 inches here in town.
I tried to make a snowman, but it was too powdery.
And much more snow up above. We are getting to the top now.
Hi folks, we're about to take your picture, so look right here at the camera and smile.
Alright. Okay, so outside here they've got a cafe right as you get to the top, so I got to keep talking over that racket. Take your picture right as you get up to the top, so then they hand you a card. I was actually holding the vlogging camera up, so that's probably not a picture we're going to want. But they do have a gift shop as you first walk in here, with some pretty bear decorations, bear in the outhouse. Now, you've heard us reference in some of our other videos the Gatlinburg fires of 2016, and this was actually an American flag that burned. And over there, let's walk up there. So the initial chairlift was up here in 1954. I rode that a time or two as a child. And then this was right before the fire, the year of the fire. And I'd say that was right before it, because fires happened in November. This could have been early spring before the trees, and I'm just looking at the fact the trees are bare. So that was either in spring before the leaves started blooming, or it was right before the fires after they had fallen.
Yeah, people in sweatshirts.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by just the trees themselves. Yeah. Then here, after the fire, 2016, totally devastated this mountain. A lot of the homes and rentals were lost as well. And then there's the rebuilding in 2019 from the ashes. And right here it says 278 flag recovery. There is the SkyBridge. We are getting ready to walk out across it, show you the view from it. There is one section in the middle that is glass. You can look right down and see where you would fall if it was to give way. And I am going to do some of my typical peak identification for you. here are a few rules of the SkyBridge. Not one of these should have to be said, but they do. Do not run, jump, or bounce. Do not climb on the railings. Don't lift your child, top, or hold them over the railing like any good parent wouldn't do. The walking surface is slippery when wet. Strollers and wheelchairs not allowed on the SkyBridge. And don't drop or throw things off of it. And if you do, they're not going to get it for you. I know it's a little past Christmas, but isn't that just beautiful?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so right now we're looking out towards Foothills Parkway East, which is out near Cosby, Tennessee. And I say east because there is more than one section of Foothills Parkway, and they are not all connected. So we're looking out towards the eastern section there. And then still in the clouds, out there is Mount Camerer and Mount Guyot, which is the second highest peak in the park. We're looking across now at Anakista, which is another chairlift option to take you up to where you can get a view. And of course, downtown Gatlinburg. But let's walk out on the bridge and give you a little bit better view. And the bridge is still covered over with ice. And it's already swinging a little bit. I like bridges that swing. Now, our friends in Pennsylvania, you've seen them in videos with us, Pastor Dan and Kim. Now, Pastor Dan will ride any roller coaster. He likes to come out of his seat, he said. But I'm going to tell this one on him. He don't like bridges. When he was at Grandfather Mountain in North Carolina, I think he said he had to have assistance to get across the swinging bridge.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he would enjoy the SkyBridge or not.
So we get to walk on the trails over that tower too.
Well,
Part of it.
I don't see what the tower is going to give you.
I don't know, but it's part of it.
Not much of a view over there, I wouldn't think. We can go look at it if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the view of downtown Gatlinburg, and you can see majestic Mount LeConte with the clouds flanking its side and it rising above those clouds. I'm really trying to see what I'm recording here. Because of the glare, it's very difficult. Can you zoom this right quick for me? There on the side and just go down with that. 'Cause I'm having to hold my toboggan over the...
You see, it's
Yeah.
moving.
It is. Well, that's good. That's good. Alright, so there is zoomed up view of Mount LeConte. Elevation 6,593 feet above sea level. We have hiked that 3 times. One video of it. Zoom back out a little bit if you will. I have both hands occupied. Go up with it.
Tell me when.
I can't really see my screen now.
I think I'm back probably all the way.
There you are. Now, Trying to zoom in on Klingman's Dome now. Highest point in the Great Smokies at 6,643 feet. There it's coming in, Klingman's Dome, highest point in the Great Smoky Mountains. And over here to the right of Klingman's Dome is Sugarlands Mountain. Okay, well, it changed since the last time we were here. It is no longer glass right here. It is a metal grate.
Actually, it's great. The glass is, if you look up ahead, they got a rug over it. See the glass?
Oh, okay. Now, I did hear one of the glass panels cracked at one point. That's kind of weird. I don't remember the... So, yeah, here's glass, but they do have a rug over it. Which is absolutely no fun. What's the point of having glass if you can't look down through it? Might just be for slippery reasons. They might just put that there because of the ice. I'm trying to stay in the middle of these grates. I don't trust those. A little bit closer view of downtown Gatlinburg. There's the Space Needle. What you think of this view?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like I say, right after a snowfall or in the fall, at the peak of leaf season, is a beautiful time to come up here. The dinosaur that we were showing you some other videos right there on the street, you can actually hear him up here, and you can see him. He's in that green and purple building down there. But we can actually hear him growling all the way up here, can't we?
Yep, you can.
Yeah. I don't know if that's picking that up or not, but we can hear him growling right now. Alright, so we're nearing the other side of the bridge now.
What do you think?
And there's a little shelter here, so hopefully I can get out of that sun. I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm recording on my screen because of the brightness of the sun. It's only magnified by the snow on the ground. So I'm going to get under some cover up here.
Go Birds!
You from Philly?
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a bad reputation as a fan base.
We do.
You're a nice guy, though. I can tell. Alright, yeah, this should be much better as far as recording. I don't remember this.
This is new.
This is absolutely new and much needed and a big improvement. So if I can stay out of that glare, I can do a lot better. Now I'm right back in it right there. Let's see what we can do here. So let's try Sugarlands Mountain one more time. And then to the left of Sugarlands Mountain. You can't really see the road, but that's where 441 goes up into the national park up towards Newfound Gap. And of course, once again, there is Klingman's Dome, the highest point in the Smokies. and one of the highest points in the eastern United States. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. Let's get closer. And I have another camera with me that'll zoom even further, so I'm going to pull that one out here in just a second. See if we can spot the tower on top of the dome. And then over here to Mount LeConte yet again. Mount LeConte is the dominant structure here in the foreground, because it literally rises over a mile above the town of Gatlinburg. And back over to Anakista. And then back out to the northeastern section of the park near Mount Guyot and Mount Camerer, which is a very hard hike that we did about 3 years ago. Now I mentioned we were going to go up to Ober Gatlinburg. What you're seeing there is Mount Harrison. And that is actually where the chairlift is that we wanted to ride. It's actually about 1,300 feet higher than this one and even better views of the national park. But they're not going to operate it today. So this was our next best option. And one of the things you can see from over Gatlinburg you cannot see from here is the chimney tops. They would be right in there if you could see them. I am going to try to zoom up on the tower on Klingman's Dome. Let's see if I can lock onto that. See if we can get it now. You should be able to see the observation tower on top of the dome, if it's focusing. There goes that dinosaur again. What's this?
Dinosaur fire.
Well, I'm glad somebody will brave the cold to get us a video.
You may come warm yourself up here beside me.
I can't get a video from there.
No, she's ready.
He's different here.
Yes, right there. You see that little thing that's going up like this?
Yes.
That's its observation tower. It's all this is shot. And when that's it's really close.
Caramba, yo no veo. Yo me moví de diferente lado, por eso te dije a ver cuál te gusta. Aquí diablo, si el mío se ve de mongolo como se ve ahí.
So see if we can spot our dinosaur friend. I'm not sure I'm actually looking at the right building, but I'm hearing him again. Should be right in there. That's as close as I can get. I'm just impressed that you can hear him growling all the way up here.
Okay, so they actually have a trail that you can start over there, and you can see a walk goes down, around, all the way over, and then back over there to the visitor center. Of course, you come back that way. So if you do want to come up here, you still have to pay
But
the
you're
admission.
scared of bridges.
Yeah, you still have to pay the admission, but at least
Pastor Dan. Oh.
you can still come up here and enjoy the view. So they do have a way for you to walk around.
I think they should call that the Pastor Dan Trail. The Pastor Dan Avenue.
There you go.
He knows I'm just picking on him.
But that is an option, though. You know, if you're scared to go across the bridge, you can still come up here and enjoy the views.
Yeah, they built a tower back over there, a little wooden tower. I don't really know what the benefit of that
If it
is.
was warmer, I'd probably say let's go check it out. But yeah, you're not.
We can go do that if you want.
You're really not gonna see anything.
It's set so far back, yeah. I mean, maybe from the top you're still going to see the mountains. That may be what it's for. People that don't want to get on the bridge that does swing a little bit.
Possibly go a little higher, yeah, possibly. But beautiful views today. So.
Sorry, y'all. I just can't get enough of Mount LeConte there. That's just like one of the most awesome mountains in the eastern United States. 5 trails lead to the top.
It looks so majestic from here.
The only lodging accommodations in the park are on top of it at the LeConte Lodge. Usually stays booked about a year out. But there's 2 vantage points up there that you can just sit and soak in the view. There's Myrtle Point and Cliff Tops. And this last time was the first time we'd ever done Cliff Tops, and to be honest with you, that was my favorite one. I'm sorry, Myrtle Point was my favorite. We had always done Cliff Tops. But it's just an amazing mountain. Store on top. We have our I Hiked Mount LeConte t-shirts that you can only get up there.
Yeah, and I was not about to get a t-shirt. I'm going up there and get. Then they have those cookies, those unbaked
Well, that's just basically no bake cookies.
No baked
yeah.
cookies, yeah. But that's something they say you have to get while you're there.
Well, I have to because I can't get you to make them. We're at home. And they're easy to make, so I'm going to have to make another hike, I guess. I love those no-baked cookies. So how'd the stage hold up go?
Not good. I didn't get what I wanted. Actually, I just told him, I said, I feel like it's getting colder. And that's why I put this over my face. And my hands, and it may be just because it's just exposed, but my lips seem to feel like they're having trouble moving.
It is time, I think, we go on back down.
But it's just beautiful.
It does. Like, my hands, my fingers feel like they can break right now. Discovered something. We can actually see the motel we stayed in last night, and we can see our van that is still parked there. I'm finally able to see it. I don't know if I'm going to capture it on camera, and our little dogs are in the back of it. Let me see if I can. I can see our van right down there. And even though we have checked out of the motel, we still had our parking tag. And our motel has a sign that says, "You're not to park there without a tag, and if you come back and your vehicle's gone, call Everything Autos." So we went in the office and asked, said we just stayed 4 nights here. Can we park here? And then we checked out, and they said that was fine. So we're a couple of YouTubers you're not going to see on Everything Autos.
No.
So at least not this round. But we did get permission. So, and our van's still there. Somebody's flying a drone, and it is not me. Although, if I had known they let you do that up here, I would have brought it. I just didn't. I just kind of assumed they don't. If he's recording us, he's going to see me recording him too.
Did I waving?
Maybe it's another version of DJI other than the one I have.
I wonder who's doing it. I'm trying to see if it's come back.
All right, so down here, right where you get your chairlift to go back down, got these little bears out here. They got another little sitting area. And pretty much the same great view. So we're going to make our descent now back down into Gatlinburg.